It inspires art and pursuit of art, and it's also environmentally friendly. So it's a great program, and I want to thank you for your leadership in promoting this. It's really great.
Doris is one of our great environmental educators at the department. So,
and we also, I know one of your major accomplishments is recycling.
Yes, that's great.
Well, and this is a beautiful example of reuse, even ahead of recycling. So that's even priority 1 before recycling. So.
Thank you.
Well, he didn't. You know what? President Obama's busy trying to figure out our budget mess.
Yeah.
But I bet if he could, he'll love to know what you guys are doing. So I'm going to make sure he does. We're going to tell him what you all are doing.
No, but he sent this lady to be his representative here. But if you want a message sent back to the president, Nancy can take it for you.
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to the president knows?
Well, we have a suitcase full of letters. Dear Mr. President.
Hartford tells
President
from Windsor. John from Windsor says hi.
Anything else you want to tell him? How's he doing?
That Nora from New Britain says hi.
How do you think the president's doing? Do you want to give him any advice?
Yes.
What advice do you want to give him?
Tell your children to stay in school.
Good. Doris. Excellent.
Okay, we can move on to the next station. What you doing?
Nice to meet all of you. Beautiful work you're doing.
The park rangers for Keeney Park.
Oh, wow.
And it's just a little bit of information about the gentleman.
Great. That's fantastic. So.
And the young lady with the sash is our newly crowned rodeo queen in her royal court. And the gentleman with the silver belly on is the rodeo king.
Oh, fantastic. So these guys are patrolling the park here?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
And they do a lot of hospitality, you know, interesting facts about Keeney Park, where to go to find things, how did Keeney get started, what's the name, what's behind the name. And there is 693 acres here, so it takes a horse to travel it.
But again, you go back, you have to tell those guys from the western states, we can ride horses with the best of them.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Impressive competitions here annually.
Horses have always been an integral part of this park, and there's a section here which is solely on Keeney Park, which is, as indicated, almost 700 acres of parkland. There's information in here, and at the beginning, people will enter at the entrance, and there were horse-driven carriages that ran the length of the park, 10 miles, 10 miles. So that's that.
Great.
One of the things that we've all been collaborating with is the Parks Commission, the Green River Task Force, and this has a lot of the recommendations. Friends of the parks, such President right here, Friends of Keeney Park, they're central to the collaboration that exists in terms of really revitalizing, and continuing to make this a vital part of our community.
That's great.
So that's some important information. This is the Turtle Creek, right? Turtle Pond. Turtle Pond.
Right.
And it's original to the park. The Olmsted firm was instrumental in designing this park. The main concept of the park is to have a forest-like ambience that's not too different from what you would find out in nature. So the landscaping in terms of flowers, in terms of shrubbery, was very minimalist and highlight ferns, highlight tall grasses, highlight trees, even natural paths that would be conducive to just, you get the feel that you're out in the country. You don't feel that you're in the middle of a city. Yeah. So there's a lot of energy that's being spent by Friends of Keeney Park, working in collaboration with Ebony Horsewoman, working in collaboration with our Commissioner of Environment, everybody just pitching in, because in these critical times, it takes a lot of collaboration. But then, of course, we're a small city with huge amount of infrastructure, and the resourcing to support that gets to be critical. But this also feeds our aquifer, 700, so it's part of our water system. It's a psychiatric point of view. It's good for our community. It's good for our youth. So it's a great resource to our community. Great resource.
Could we get a picture with you in the Mounted Patrol Unit?